Attorney General Jeff Sessions is promising a new crackdown on violent gangs. Sessions made the announcement while meeting with drug enforcement officials Tuesday at the Department of Justice. He also said the Trump administration has a zero-tolerance policy for drug violence and warned of tough action for anyone found associated with a gang.
We will secure our border, expand immigration enforcement, and choke off supply lines. If you are a gang member, we will find you. We will devastate your networks. We will starve your revenue sources, deplete your ranks, and seize your profits.
CBS News Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues is in Washington. Jeff, in a tweet Tuesday, President Trump wrote, quote, "The weak illegal immigration policies of the Obama administration allowed bad MS-13 gangs to form in cities across U.S. We are removing them fast." How does the Department of Justice plan on removing some of these gangs?
Well, with the president's tweet and the statement from the attorney general, there was a clear effort today to focus the attention on MS-13. This is, no doubt about it, a violent gang. It's been around since the 80s, and there have been efforts over the years to eradicate it with mixed results. What we know now is that there are about 10,000 members of this gang in the U.S. spread across 40 states. And so the Sessions DOJ has decided to go after MS-13, and we saw that clearly today. They have this task force of law enforcement working on ideas to do that. And so this is a clear sign that they are starting that effort over again, and they say that they will eradicate MS-13, and we'll have to see.
Well, Jeff, do they have the resources to do this?
Well, listen, that's a very good question. It's a legitimate question because if you look at the challenges faced by law enforcement these days, they have a lot on their plate. So this is going to be an effort that will combine the efforts of the FBI, local and state law enforcement. So do they have the resources for it? Well, it's something that they will be focusing on. So obviously, Attorney General Sessions believes that they have what they need to get this job done. But as I mentioned, MS-13 has been around since the 80s, and so other administrations have tried to eradicate that threat with mixed results. So we'll have to see where they go and how their efforts add up to eradicate MS-13, this violent gang, and I think everybody can agree on that. But the question is whether it is MS-13 or other gangs in this country that drive some of the crime issues that we've seen in cities like Baltimore and cities like Chicago. You know, depending on who you talk to, MS-13 is not the group that comes up as often as some of the others. But obviously, the Trump administration views MS-13 as a serious threat.
And why the focus on MS-13 in particular?
Well, there have been recent cases. There was a case on Long Island where 4 people, according to law enforcement, were murdered by MS-13 gang members. And there have been other cases across the country. As I mentioned, there have been, this is a group that has spread its tentacles, if you will, across 40 states. And from what we've heard, they are doing some of their recruiting through social media, on Facebook and other forms of social media, reaching out to high schoolers, middle schoolers. And so this is a gang that is trying to increase its reach, and obviously that's what DOJ is trying to guard against.
Sessions made cracking down on illegal immigration a top priority. Here's what he had to say Tuesday.
Sanctuary cities dangerously undermine this process. Harboring criminal aliens only helps violent gangs like MS-13. Sanctuary cities are aiding these cartels to refill their ranks and putting innocent life, including the lives of countless law-abiding immigrants, in danger.
Seattle has already sued the Trump administration over its threat to strip billions of dollars in federal grant money from so-called sanctuary cities. What comes next, Jeff, in that fight?
Well, this is a fight that will continue through the court system. As you noted, the Department of Justice has threatened to withhold this funding, and there are about 118 sanctuary cities across the country. So even though we're talking about Seattle, there will be other challenges to what DOJ is trying to do. And this, in a lot of ways, fits with the Trump administration effort to get tough on illegal immigration, and that's why you hear this crackdown on MS-13. People, gang members that the Department of Justice believes should be rounded up and jailed, and that's what the Department of Justice is going to try to do with the help of the FBI, state, and local law enforcement.
All right, Jeff Pegues in Washington for us. Jeff, thank you.